find the sine of x plus y. Now they tell you to find the sum or the sine of x plus y, and they give you that the sine of x is negative 3 over 5 and the cosine of y is negative 7 over 25. And they tell you that both x and y are in quadrant number 3. Since they ask you to find the sum, we are going to use our sum formula. And remember, you guys will be able to use this on the test. So the sine of a plus b, in this case a will be x and b will be y. So let's just go and replace it. That will be the sine of x multiplied by the cosine of y. This is positive, so therefore that's a positive as well. Will be the cosine of x multiplied by the sine of y. In this case, they give us that the cosine of x is 3 over 5. So I'm going to replace the cosine of x with negative 3 over 5. And it tells us that the cosine of y is negative 7 over 25. So I'm going to replace the cosine of y with negative 7 over 25. Now, I also need to replace cosine of x, but they don't give me the cosine of x. They only give me the sine. So therefore, I'm going to find the cosine. Same process that we learned before. We are going to make an x and a y axis. And I'm going to make a generic right triangle. It has to be in quadrant 3, so 1, 2, 3. Just going to make it right here. Sine, we're working with your x, angle x, is opposite over hypotenuse. Now most of you guys have memorized your special right triangles. So we have 3, 4, and 5. And let's not forget that this is to the left, so therefore that's a negative 4. So now, this is angle x. The cosine of x will be negative 4 over 5. So plus negative 4 over 5. And now we're going to do exactly the same with y. I'll place an y and an x-axis. And in this case, it's also in quadrant number 3, both of them. And it tells us that the cosine is negative 7 over 25. Cosine is your adjacent over 25. Now some of you have memorized your triangle, so you know that this is going to be 24. Otherwise, just go through your Pythagorean theorem. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. And c will be 25 squared is 625. A is negative 7 squared is 49 plus b squared. So minus 49 on both sides, so it gives you 576 is equal to b squared. And once you take the square of 576, b is equal to 24. And once again, because this is going down, my 24 is negative. So the sine of y is your opposite over hypotenuse, which is negative 24 over 25. And from here I just multiply it out. Negative times negative is a positive, so it'll be 21 over 5 times 25 is 125 plus negative times negative is a positive. 4 times 24 will be 96 over 125. Since they have the same denominators, we can go ahead and add them. 125 and 21 plus 96 gives me 117. And that'll be my answer.